how I would approach a curb and pick up and set myself on a curb, not just track into it and want it to go up. Like this. I'd make myself a flat top up here to sit nice and flat and pull up like I'm doing there. Put it all on the back side as I'm moving down, scraping and fixing this stuff. Little hole back here, so I'm going to fill it. Obviously, to be grading your slope, but also managing or fixing the top of their pile. If I'm sitting like this, my bucket is sitting like this, so I want to first make sure I get the top flat, then I'm going to keep pulling. So that hole I was about to work myself into, I've just filled before I move forward. So I'm going to pick up my blade, let that dirt all fall into that hole, come back to my top, and keep grading. Just keep making this flat. This stuff, using the articulation of my arm here to change where I'm pulling the dirt. So if I want to pull stuff away from there, I don't necessarily want a flat bucket coming across the top of there. If I was to use that angle, now I'm pulling everything away from my top of bank or top of that slope, and I can also reach a lot closer to me and angle it back out. Continue our slope. So if I can use that articulation again. So I can even use it for changing my angle. So if I move a little too far and I stabilize myself, I need to dig over here, so I'm just going to rotate until my bucket is square with the bottom of the slope and still continue my same pull. Now coming closer, keeping that bucket square to the bottom. Better to pull up all of that debris that I have at the end. You could make a little dip and all that stuff's just going to slide in, so we have, you know, essentially perfect cut after cut after cut. The other thing I'm doing is leaving my bucket to overhang a little bit. So if I change my angle, I'm only digging about 3/4 of my bucket. This piece over here, I'm just holding in the greens, is how I'm kind of cheating. So just hovering that side over the greens all the way up. All of my debris falls into my divot on my curl, or where I made my curl. Keep pushing, keeping that flat in front of me. Now if I was to have to continue this slope, all that stuff that I've been setting in front of me and pushing is continuing my same top of bank or sitting spot. So that's why I've been feeding this. If I had to keep going, I'm pushing the same height and building the swale or pulling it up to me.